5.
I didn't fight back against my parents' accusations. I stood stiffly, head bowed, letting them berate me as if I truly were an ungrateful wretch. I felt ashamed, afraid Ryan would look down on me. I cared what he thought. I started a new job, moved to a new place, worked hard to establish myself at the company, and did my best to forget Ryan. On my birthday, I spent the entire morning in meetings. As I stepped out of the conference room, I overheard the women in the administrative area excitedly chatting about flowers that had been delivered to the reception desk. It's the most classic rose-only gift box, only for one person in a lifetime. Oh my God, that's so romantic. I'm so jealous. Ugh, look at other people's boyfriends. Mine only ever gets me stuffed animals. Stuffed animals are better than Barbie pink lipstick, right? I'm too embarrassed to even post the gifts my boyfriend gives me online. I kept walking, inwardly amused. How could something as gimmicky as rose only, practically a tax on naivety, make these girls so envious? All that fuss about, once you register an account, the recipient's name and address can't be changed. How absurd. If you want to send flowers to a new girlfriend, just create another account. Once in a lifetime? Spending thousands on a few roses, how foolish. Before I could finish my mental rant, the receptionist hurried over and called out, "Evelyn, there's a flower delivery for you at the front desk." Her shout made all the women in the administrative area turn to look at me. I had a bad feeling. This seemed like a big deal. Could it be that I was the one who received the rose-only flowers they were just talking about? Feeling a mix of embarrassment, surprise, and confusion, I made my way to the front desk. Sure enough, a large box of roses for me. There was no information about the sender, and the message was simple. Happy birthday. Be happy every day. Carrying the large, silly-looking box of roses back to my desk, I couldn't help but sigh. An intern's salary is only a few $100s. This box of roses cost nearly $300. Some kids are just too foolish. Don't ask me how I knew it was from Ryan. A mature man is shrewd. Every dollar he spends is meant to yield returns. He wouldn't send anonymous flowers. Only a guy in his early 20s would be willing to give his all, heart and soul. My heart softened for a moment at this simple, heartfelt gesture. In the past, I would usually give flowers to colleagues or simply toss them out, but this time, I found a vase and arranged the roses inside. I had never received such an expensive bouquet, nor had I ever met someone so sincere. Ryan was truly a fool. Every time it rained, just before I left work, the receptionist would hand me an umbrella, not a company perk, but one delivered by a same-day courier sent by a gentleman. This gentleman never left his name, but I knew who he was. Was it because he saw me drenched in the pouring rain that he started sending me an umbrella every time it rained? The umbrellas were clearly chosen with care, some printed with adorable cats, others with pink strawberry lollipops, and still others with rainbows and clouds. Did Ryan still think of me as an 18-year-old girl? Did he really believe I'd still be into this kind of stuff? Too sweet, too cloying. I didn't like them, but I didn't throw a single one away. After receiving the fifth umbrella, I emailed him at his work address. I said, "Ryan, I don't appreciate this kind of intrusion." After that, I never received another umbrella on rainy days. The ripples finally faded, and my heart grew still. I threw myself into work with fervor, clocking in and out, working overtime, traveling for business. I thrived at the new company, firmly establishing my place. Ryan and I hadn't seen each other in over 6 months. One spring day, I received a wedding invitation from Mia, my former assistant at my old company. Mia is getting married. She invited me to her wedding this weekend, saying many of our colleagues will be there, and it's a great chance for everyone to catch up. I agreed without hesitation. After all, she was my former assistant. Even though I had left the company, our connection remained. I made plans with my best friend Penny to go shopping, hoping to find a suitable new outfit for Mia's wedding. As I tried on outfit after outfit without finding a single one I liked, Penny circled me with a puzzled look. Are you really just going to your assistant's wedding, not some blind date? Penny looked me over from head to toe. Evelyn, fussing over your outfit this much. That's not like you. If you don't believe me, I can take you with me. Just make sure you bring a gift card, I said. Pfft, I don't believe it. There must be someone you're interested in seeing at the wedding.
Penny pinched my cheek.
Not bad, Evelyn. An old tree putting out new shoots. Come on, tell me, which overbearing CEO or Ivy League professor has managed to touch your shrewd, worldly heart? Get lost, I swatted away her mischievous hand. Only money can warm my cold, old heart. Really? Penny turned my face toward the mirror. Then why are your cheeks flushed? At Mia's wedding, I ran into Ryan. He wore a light blue shirt and black trousers, broad-shouldered and long-legged, standing tall and graceful like a stately tree. His smile was dazzling, brighter than sunlight. Beside him stood Grace, wearing a light blue dress as well. Standing side by side, they made a perfect pair. Ryan greeted me with a smile, calling me senior, as casually as if he'd never lost control in bed, breathless, panting, kissing me until my lips were swollen. Time passed, and as Confucius once observed by the river, all things flow away like this. That's all. I smiled even more casually than Ryan. I even teased him and Grace. Matching outfits. You two look great together. Grace glanced shyly at Ryan. He didn't look back at her, nor did he object to my remark, whether he hadn't heard it clearly or simply accepted it as true. Probably the latter. May you have a long and happy marriage, I silently wished them, then turned to find other familiar colleagues. I never spoke to Ryan again, nor did I even look at him, even though we were sitting at the same table. The wedding moved into the guest interaction segment. Grace was a bridesmaid, and Mia invited Ryan on stage to play a cake-feeding game with Grace. 8 single men and women were paired into 4 teams. The men sat in chairs wearing aprons, while the bridesmaids were blindfolded. Within the time limit, they had to feed cake to the men using only spoons. The fastest pair would win a wedding favor, while the losing team had to perform a penalty. Through the crowd and the stage lights, I watched Grace bring the cake to Ryan's lips. Ryan opened his mouth, and frosting smeared his chin. Everyone was laughing, including Ryan. I couldn't watch any longer. My chest felt tight. I quietly stood up, wanting to step outside for smoke. After changing jobs, the work pressure became overwhelming, and I picked up smoking. Slowly finishing a slender cigarette would calm my mind. Before I could finish my second cigarette, a figure blocked the sunlight above me. Why did you come out? Ryan looked at me, his dark eyes and long lashes catching the light. Deep in his gaze, I saw my own reflection, pale, small, cold, and distant. I was stunned into silence. Why had he come out? To look for me? Surely not, hadn't he moved on? Ryan stared intently at me. When did you start smoking? I ignored him, slowly exhaling a puff of smoke. Smoking is bad for your health, Ryan said with a frown. Even frowning, he looked handsome. What's it to you? I blew a wisp of smoke lightly toward his face. Kid, go play somewhere else. Ryan said nothing. He snatched the cigarette from my hand, threw it to the ground, and crushed it under his foot. What are you doing? I snapped.